Welcome back to Celebrity Sunday. I am your celebrity host, Drayson. And today we have the pleasure of bestowing the honor of Celebrity Sunday upon Ben Mallah. For those who are not familiar with Mr. Mallah, he is a world-renowned tycoon, a mogul of the real estate variety who spans and has portfolios worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Currently, he is seeking to sell off his portfolio so he can be liquid because he is prepared for the next wave of opportunity to come his way, which he is predicting is shortly around the corner. I don't know how long I could talk like that. Like I'm just hearing my voice and trying to figure out exactly how to preface the words. But welcome back, everybody. So yeah, like I said, we're going to check out Mr. Ben Mallah. He's a YouTube celebrity, but more importantly, he made his money in real estate, not through YouTube. His money came from real estate, and then, you know, the son was whoever gave him the idea to just come to YouTube and bring his brass to YouTube, which I definitely appreciate. Ben Mallah is one of the very few people that it's like, man, I aspire to be, you know, like him, but a slimmer version. And I'm not doing a good job of making sure I remain a slimmer version, or for that matter, follow in a wave of his footsteps, because I'm thinking about, you know, buying some income property now, and he's just like going away from it. But more so, his deal is like commercial. So we're talking hotels, we're talking, you know, strip malls. Like these are the things that he dabbles in the most right now. He's not really big on residential. So, you know, the way I see it, and I'm sure he'll probably even agree with this, is that people always need a place to live. He got his start from, you know, purchasing low income type of properties. So people, you know, affordable housing is the correct term. I don't know why I said low income. Affordable housing. He got his start by purchasing affordable housing, and you know, he made some bank. You know, he made some bank, and then he relocated to Florida where there is no income tax, and that's where he's settled now. But Ben Mallah, he's bigger than life, okay? He's bigger than life, and if you've never seen him before, then you're in for a treat, because this guy's personality is huge outside of the fact that he himself, okay, let me stop talking about Ben Mallah, because I actually like Ben Mallah. And Ben Mallah, if you see this, I do want you to slim down, man. I need you to live another 15 to 20 years so I have time to actually meet you and pick your brain. I understand that I could pay for a call, but a call is not enough, my friend. I want to get in. I want to get in with you. You know what I'm saying? Like Boss Man D-Lo.
You want to boss up your life? All you got to do is get in with me.
So today we're going to check out, this is what I believe is his personal house. He did have another house in the same area that he bought as like an investment property for him to fix up and flip. You know, his intention was to sell that one, I think, for like 13 million or whatever. He did show that one, but not much of it. There wasn't like a house tour. It was just him and Meet Kevin, and you know, they were just kind of shooting the shit and talking about what he could do to the property, you know, and pretty much he did make some money on it. I think he sold it for 8.7 and he bought it for like 6.7. So, you know, even if he didn't make as much as he wanted to make, he made something. But anyway, we're gonna look at his personal property that he purchased for $16.5 million.
All right, welcome back to A Blast from the Past. We're gonna go back and look at the time that we bought a $16.5 million mansion that's worth double now. Honestly, I wouldn't sell that house right now unless somebody paid me double, which they possibly could do. You know what? We're gonna put this thing on the damn market. Now's the time.
33 million.
The only thing is, I gotta find somewhere else to live. Stay tuned, and that was the buy. Maybe you'll get to see the sale. Don't forget, Life for Sale live December the 4th. Book your room, come to the show, hang out with us. Let's all talk about making some money.
Yeah. This is like 3 years old, by the way, or something like that. A year old. I don't know how old this video is
Today,
anymore.
I bought this house for $16.25 million.
He bought it in
I bought it 'cause I'm a
2021.
big fat motherfucker. It's a great house. Look at it. It's got a pool. It's got this. It's got that. It's got everything.
3 stories.
It's a great place. And
Right
it's
on the beach.
Biggest motherfucker in town.
It's right on the beach too.
We're going in here to close a deal on a big house. A big house. I'm trading 2 houses, so I don't have to have 2 houses. I don't want a beach house and a house here, so we're trading 2 houses for 1. Big deal. People do it all the time. Everything is confidential until the deal is closed. After today, the deal will be mine, then I can do what I want. Otherwise, you have to protect people's privacy. Okay?
Bought it from a
Remember,
baseball player.
protect people's privacy.
I forget
3
who.
PPs. You are the PP with an extra P. There was a lot of truth to this. It's all truth. Basically, we had a house on the intercoastal. Then she wanted to have a house on the beach. So we had a house on the coastal, we had a house on the beach. Every goddamn Friday, we had to pack all this shit up to go to the beach house and hang there for the weekend. And then we had to get the hell out of there in time Sunday night and get home to where the kids had to be so they can go to school. So all this schlepping around every weekend to the beach house was a pain in the ass. This house made sense when you looked at the whole picture. Now we got 1 house, okay, on the beach, and it was a damn good deal.
No utilities.
No, you turn
You already get those on?
So, I mean,
Has the house been empty for a while?
yeah.
Unoccupied?
Yeah, like your head. Occupied. So what do you want from my life? I'm signing a piece of paper, big deal. Okay, we're signing a paper here. It's a simple deal, we're buying a house. You know, people buy houses every day. This guy's a real pain in the neck. I gotta make sure all this stuff is fixed in the house. Can you do me a favor and give me a copy? So when I leave here, I can go to the house and make sure all this stuff was done. What am I gonna do about the stuff that hasn't been done, Tom? There's a pump that's not working on the pool. There's fireplaces that aren't working. I saw some spider webs. That pool pump, I know, takes time to order. And it's like I heard it's like a $15,000 pump.
I'm just thinking about it, like, because I've never, like, sold a house that was of, you know, like, a mansion, 10,000, 12,000. Even though a mansion is, like, 7,000 square feet. I haven't sold a house that was 7,000 square feet. Or, depending on who you are, some people consider a mansion 5,000 square feet. For me, the line is 7, which is enough. Enough people also agree that 7,000 square feet is the minimum for what we consider to be a mansion. You know, I've never sold a house of that size, but, you know, thinking about how big this house is, that he bought with the 3 levels of how much detail and inspection, it's almost like you have to hire like 2 to 3 inspectors, an inspector for each floor, because like you could miss a whole lot if it's just one person, and that job by itself for one person would take hours. It would probably take 2 to 3 days, to be honest with you. Like you'd have to hire more than one person, because like you can miss a bunch, right? You can miss a lot. Like I get it, you know, you gotta run all the files. Well, anyone that's done inspections before, think about a normal inspection for a normal size house, and that takes a couple hours. Now magnify that even higher. It's a lot.
So what do we do?
Your latest buddy Raphael's guaranteeing it.
So I'm holding an agent responsible, a Polish agent at that,
Yep.
responsible. All right, what else? We got nothing going on except I'm refinancing Clearwater Beach Hotel.
Yeah.
He wants this. They want character references from the bank.
Oh, really?
How dare they question my character?
You think we can come up with any
How
for you?
dare they?
Just tell them to go on YouTube. They'll find out all I need to know.
I told him call Jimmy Hart. What do you do all day?
What do I do all day? I take care of you.
So
Hey, it's the
we're
biggest
here.
house sale on the west coast of Florida. Come on.
They did break a record. That's 16 and a half at the
So
time.
what's the story? I just signed all the docs. The money's being wired. Are you ready for my inspection? Yeah, but I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna release the wire or the money until I see you do the inspection. All right, it's real simple. When you buy a house, make sure that if there's anything wrong with it, you negotiate for it to be fixed.
Yep.
You know, before you agree to buy the house. And whatever they agree to fix, make sure it gets fixed.
This is standard advice that your real estate agent should always give you. So if your real estate agent doesn't give you this advice, talk to their broker. You don't need to be dealing with that agent, because if they're not telling you the most basic information when you're buying a house, yeah, you pick the agent that you liked, or maybe you're with your cousin or something that just got their real estate license. You need to talk to their broker, or just get another agent involved. But at least their broker already has a vested interest in making sure the deal goes through. So they'll help that agent, possibly take a little bit of their commission, but you know, they might not take any of their commission. If you bring in another agent, that agent that has more experience, they're going to want half of your friend or cousin's commission that you simply just decided to work with because, you know, you wanted to give your friend or cousin or sister or whatever, or brother, a piece of the business of you buying a house. Well, if you don't do the basic stuff, in the long run, it's going to cost you money, and then you're going to be mad at your cousin forever, or brother or sister, or auntie, mama, nephew, whatever, your relative, okay?
Because people are forgetful, and make sure that somebody is on the hook for getting the stuff fixed if it ain't fixed before you close the escrow.
Yes. Oh, last tidbit. How do you make sure that happens? It's literally through paperwork. They have to agree to it for you to remove the inspection clause, right? We call it a contingency, but it's, you know, you can call it a clause. It's more, you know, clause, but it's a contingency. So in order for them to get you to remove that clause contingency, they need to agree to either fix it, reduce the price, and it needs to be in writing before you remove it. If you remove it without getting any of that stuff in writing, because you don't take anybody's word for it, then if you don't get it in writing, you played yourself.
You're not allowed here. In fact, I'm signing a no trespass order with the city of Bel Air.
We're doing the podcast here.
I'm not doing nothing here. You know, you can't be sentimental with this stuff. It's all about making money. Progress. Move ahead. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm going to Ben Mallah's house, baby. I'm calling in right now. I'm calling my shot.
5 days
Really?
to clean the whole place, like 5 days by myself.
Really? So you've been cleaning this place for over a year.
Yeah.
5 days. Wasn't I just telling you that to inspect the house it would probably take several days? Like, it would take days for one person to inspect the house properly, to inspect it properly. We're talking about like 3 full, like 8-hour shifts, or however long that the person is going to work. Because obviously they're not going to work, 16 hours a day. People have lives, but they might work 10 hours a day. And inspecting, if she's over here cleaning it, not looking through stuff, just cleaning it. And it took her 5 days to clean the entire house. That should tell you something, how big the damn house is.
You've been cleaning this place for over a year.
Yeah.
Were people living in it or empty?
Well, they come and go. They're not really here often.
So what do you normally charge, basically, to clean?
Well, I get $20 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. But
She is underpaid. I know it would in 2021, especially in Florida. Don't get me wrong, this isn't like terrible money, right? The cost of living there, it's not terrible. That's not terrible money, and especially like in Tampa, $20 an hour. It's not terrible money. Like, it's decent. But she should, for her to, like, if this is like, let's just say that she becomes like the personal, like, I know, man, I gotta stop pausing this, but that just kind of blew my mind, the $20 an hour thing. It's like, she should at least be getting 30, 35. In my opinion, she should be getting 30, 35. Easy.
I love it.
It's worth it.
This is dope, man. Congratulations.
So you got a card or a number?
I have a number. I don't have a card. I'll
She
give you my
loves that
number
house.
for sure.
You come by yourself or you come with people?
Riley, my
But
partner.
the cleaners, yeah, I'm the property manager. They do the cleaning.
So you get both for 20 bucks an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Cause she
deal.
works hard.
So $10 an hour. Nah, that's no. And look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He just steps in and puts the deal together. Does a bunch of paperwork. I'm telling you, this is how people. This is how you guys normally look at real estate agents. This guy does not work as hard as that woman. Okay, I'ma just keep it real. I'm not working as hard as that woman. Not like during the deal phase. Now, as far as taking the time, doing the work, acquiring the knowledge, knowing that the property is for sale, even if it wasn't listed. Like there's a multitude of things that it takes to be a real estate agent to get to this point where you can do a deal of this magnitude. And trust me, none of this is just going to come in your way. Like if I'm sitting here telling you that I've been in real estate for over 10 years and I've never sold a house worth over $5 million, that should tell you that literally this is not an easy job to do. Okay, it's not an easy job. There's a lot of thankless days, hours, like people hate you, when you're just trying to find business, because that's what prospecting, like I don't want to say that, but the way that you guys look at it is like this. This guy doesn't work as hard as that lady, the two ladies that clean the house for $20 an hour, right? They're making $10 an hour each, probably splitting that, right? Yeah, they're making that if it's just them and there's no middleman, to facilitate. Because if there's a middleman, they're making even less. But I really hope it's just those two ladies, making their 10. They should be making more than that. I'm sorry. They should be making more than that. That baseball player, you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. Having them clean that house for that little. Like you should have just gave them a raise off the rip. But anyway. This guy comes in and gets 2% of 16 million, right? 2% of 16 million. I'm not going to do the math for you because you guys are going to be really, really upset. But just know he came in, he made six figures, and that he made six figures. And these ladies have probably been cleaning this house for years, and they have not scratched what he's made. Just selling this house. And this is how you guys look at us real estate agents, because put in the work, you make the contacts, you get in the right place at the right time, and you could do a deal like this, and you guys are upset about it. Why aren't you upset at the people that can actually afford this house, right? Why are you not upset with them? Because they work for it. Well, same thing, we work for it too. Like it's a tough job. If you think it's just that easy, get your real estate license, because trust me, it's a lot easier to get your real estate license than you think.
We're just doing a walkthrough for a little house over on the beach.
I've made some mistakes in my life, but this could be the biggest. I may go broke over this place. Taxes, insurance, landscaping, pool, housekeeping.
Yeah, you can't afford it.
I gotta get a job. So, the generator work in this dump?
Yeah.
Hurricane comes, I want power. Is this real stone? Is this real stone, or is this that fake stuff they have in Disney World? This place looks like Disney. It's all too good to be true. How am I? You want me to tell you how I am? I'm broke. So I guess he's checking everything. That's that. No coffee, no bagels. See, now you close the deal. Last time he had coffee, he had bagels. Now he has nothing. Once they rope you in, these real estate agents, then they cut the line. As soon as they see that money's coming, they cut the line. What is that? How do you have a wood counter? It gets scratched up. It's stupid.
Yeah, you just put a stone counter on top of it.
I mean, why would anybody design a wood? That's as stupid as a
chopping block.
Why would they put a wood counter?
It's
I want
a
this
chopping
changed.
block.
Write it down. I'm not closing.
It's
Send your guys
intended
over
for a
granite.
chef.
You guys split the bill.
Right, it's literally intended for a chef.
This place sucks.
It's a lot cheaper to replace
So you
than
told her?
a counter of
Yeah, she
stone
can.
counter.
Who?
The newspapers. so we can show who's the big shot real estate agent in town. The Pollock. Huh? Who's gonna kill you?
Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to 20,000 square feet of perfection on the Gulf of Mexico. Over 200 feet of linear footage. An unheard of assemblage of 2.5 lots. Never to be duplicated ever again. Not ever.
Bullshit, you can buy 2 city houses and knock them down and build the same shit.
I tend to disagree with you.
Would you say this is the nicest house in Pinellas County?
Absolutely the nicest home in Pinellas, Hillsborough, Sarasota, Manatee counties.
Why do you say that? Are you serious or are you just being like...
I'm being completely serious. Basically, you're looking at a home that most likely had materials here that were brought over from every part of the world. Well, also Israel, in addition to Poland. But you've got limestone, you've got cast stone, you have this unbelievable 4,000 square foot veranda on the Gulf, you have 200 linear feet on the Gulf of Mexico, you have a pool that extends the width of the property, you have a separate guest home that is more luxurious.
Now, see, you guys look at real estate agents like they just show up and just open the door. Like, no, you have to know your shit. Like, it takes time to know your shit. Like, this is not some, like, you just literally can wake up and breathe it. Like, those who are really passionate about it, like, it's clear. Like, those who just are looking to do a deal, it's clear. Those who are just, like, hoping they can get a quick buck, it's clear. Those who actually are passionate about it, those are the people that can get in certain areas that you just can't. Because you don't have the passion, right? You don't have the passion, you don't have the knowledge, right? So, yeah. Like, listen to him talk.
Luxurious than most of the homes on this stretch of beach. Just incredible workmanship. You've got hardened house cabinetry. You've got stone flooring, European oak and ash. You have a trophy room, you have a bowling alley, you have a wine cellar, you have a dedicated guest house, you have a game room, you have a fitness center, you have a 7-car garage, you have 5,000 square feet of covered loggia terrace. It is surreal. And I don't believe that there's ever been anything like this that is closed for a record amount.
Is this guy a salesman or what?
See?
Okay, you gotta give this guy credit. Yes, he's a pain in the ass. Yes, he's crazy. But he's a real salesman. He knows more about shit than you buy than you'll ever know.
Bingo.
Or he bullshits really well.
Or he bullshits really well. One of the two. House is insane. House is insane. All it's missing is a grotto. Really grand. That's the office he's in now, where he's doing a video.
So this 2-story library slash den slash office was basically modeled after a 2-story duplex apartment at the Osborne in New York City, right across from Carnegie Hall. I mean, it's exquisite.
It's funny.
He knows his shit. He's not bullshitting.
I came from New York, so there you go. This office was meant for me.
Welcome
he knows his shit.
He's not. He's
yeah. Yes.
So it's completely inspired by.
Again, I will say this: the standard for a wine cellar in a house is at Jimmy Butler's house. If you guys have never seen that house, I highly recommend it. Watch that video. It's somewhere in the channel. Just type in Jimmy Butler and our Jimmy Butler Architectural Digest. You don't even need to watch my video, but please watch my video. But that wine cellar that he has in his house, I've never seen anything better than that.
Like a Napa Valley wine cellar, you have a formal dining room with the most incredibly rich hardwoods, scalimandre and cravat wallpapers.
It has calamari wallpaper.
Inlaid ceilings, this exquisite fixture, and then a picture window right into that incredible wine cellar where you can, it's big enough to host an event.
I'm putting soda in there.
Okay. So this is a butler's kitchen, an actual butler's kitchen separate, a dedicated butler's kitchen separate from the main kitchen, where basically, look at this incredible cabinetry, right? Wolf gas range, 6-burner. Look at this incredible stone farmhouse sink. This actually was hand hammered in Maine. Take a look, Thermador refrigerator. The quality, the selections of this home, basically on par with no one else. The absolute most expensive way to finish a wall in Florida, where they usually use knockdown texture, orange peel, or a variation thereof, is this beautiful skin coating. This is the most expensive way to finish a wall. So basically, if there are any defects, you typically use like an orange peel or a knockdown texture. There's none of that here. Ceilings, walls, look at the perfection here. At least 22 different ceilings that I've been able to count in this home. Each of them a different play, a different theme.
It's a lot of hallway. That bathtub is huge. I'm really not a fan. Hold on. Of the material that was used in here. Like, it's just really, really plain. There's no vein, no veins, no kind of character in whatever this used. Whether it's I mean, if this is quartz, I mean, you really to have a quartz without any vein is crazy. It exists, but you want something with some sort of character. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, maybe there is some vein. It's just that the camera isn't exposing it properly because of the lighting. But I do see some gray hue here. So it could just be camera lighting. But yeah, you want your stone to have character. You don't want it to just be plain. Elevator. The elevator is hideous. Ooh, look at the theater. The theater is nice. This is really, really nice with the coffered ceilings. I like it a lot.
This house sucks. I hate this house.
Ben.
I should have bought this house. This is where the Batmobile will be living.
This is basically Nirvana Central, man. This is it. This is what happens when money meets opportunity.
This is what happens when a Polak real estate agent catches you while you're drunk and sells you a house. You get taken advantage of and overpay. Can you go to the backyard from here?
Absolutely. You can.
Absolutely, you can.
Well, follow me through this way. Here's the elevator for the guest home. Here is the staircase for the guest home where you will be residing in. This is actually the covered loggia terrace from beneath the guest home, which is probably bigger than any one in Bel Air Beach or Bel Air Shore to begin with, but it follows up or it follows through across this covered bridge, crossing to another 5,000 square feet of covered loggia
They
terrace.
clean the ceiling.
But they will.
Hey, there's a leak in the pool. Get this leak stopped right here.
Hold on, let me do it.
Call a plumber and get a leak stopped on there. Now stay like that till the plumber comes.
Okay, will do.
Here, you got a pool, big deal.
Yeah, a pool. You have a pool that Landmark Pools put in that is unreal. Take a look. You basically wade in with the stone feature with the small little fountain deal.
Pool,
all pebble tech through. You've got a covered
definitely
bridge.
$200,000 to $300,000.
At the very end. All of it culminates
Easily
in a lazy
$200,000 to $300,000.
The entire property.
Easily $200,000 to $300,000 for this pool, this specific pool. Yes, $200,000 to $300,000. Like your average standard pool is about 50 to 75 grand. Just a normal ass pool, right? Normal pool. If you want like a nice infinity edge pool, you're probably looking at 150 grand.
If I swim the lazy
that
river
pool,
5 times,
$200,000 to $300,000.
1 mile, I'm thinking about starting to do it.
$200,000 to $300,000. Right?
A little seating area. Just a little bar area here for this pool area that could basically seat
and that's on the
50 or
cheap.
60 people. Billiards table, lazy river that goes all the way around. Here, let's go to the bowling alley.
I don't know, that music just was like.
Come on through.
The music is popping, yo.
With bowling shoes. We even have Ben's size here.
Has anybody put on those shoes is the question.
No, I guess Ben's got to buy a pair. Would this fit him? Probably not.
No, he needs like the double wide shoes.
The
double wide shoes.
I'm only a 13 or a 14, depending on how much weight I lost that week. So the shoes are there for me.
You suck, bro. No, that was not him throwing it. That was a gutter ball. Was that a gutter? Look. That was a gutter ball, wasn't it? What he threw? Look. Oh no, it's got a little spin on it. It can come on the inside. Nope, that was an orange ball. He threw purple. Look, he threw purple. I told you. That was an orange ball. I told you. That was like he threw a gutter ball. He threw a gutter ball.
I am with the Tampa Bay Times, and I am getting ready to do a news story with our business reporter about the sale of this home. Supposedly, it's the biggest sale in the history of Tampa Bay.
Okay, so why this house?
Why this house? Well, because I currently have 2 houses. So if I take 2 houses and put them together,
it's this house.
Then I only have 1 house.
And what in particular about
He's
this
so
house
sarcastic.
on the beach?
Well, we looked at all the houses that are available on the beach for sale. And this is a little more than we wanted or needed, but you only live once, so.
How many people
That's right.
Here?
You only live once.
Me, my wife, and my 11-year-old.
So how long had you been looking?
We've been looking now for at least 4 months, yeah. I got with the wrong agent, basically. I hired the wrong agent, and he talked me into this place.
And now, does it need any work?
Ben, aren't you gonna put a big Jewish star on the roof?
You need a camera guy at the newspaper. You need an assistant with a real ass assistant. That's him.
Nice to
This is my wife of over 15 years. We just turned our 15th anniversary, and this is her gift. For 15 years of putting up with me, this is what she gets. Now she has 2 grand prizes, me and a house. She was only 12 when we got married. I'm just kidding.
No, I was not. Don't listen to him.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. Thanks.
So the previous owner got traded, and so did the house.
No, he retired.
First he got traded, didn't he?
Who was the previous owner? I know the name.
I think it was Birdman.
Let me tell you, these 2 right here, they cleaned up today. They cleaned up. Okay, he's already planning a world cruise, and
paying off my credit cards today. Paying these babies off.
Hey, seriously, you know what I wanted to call this article?
What?
You know what you should call this? Beauty and the Beast. It looks like the Beauty and the Beast castle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Beauty and the Real Estate Beast.
Line, baby.
Yes. There's still some open issues that the realtor has promised me that will be taken care of, so I guess we're okay. Yeah, I'll accept your congratulations, and I'll counter you with a thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Hey, do me a favor, miss, are you there? Can we keep that title open for a little while, so if I get a loan, the bank we can reuse it? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
That was the call where Mr. Mallah officially funded the purchase of the house. Here's the closing.
Today, he made the biggest sale ever.
What's the biggest fire ever?
Yeah.
Of my career.
His biggest sale ever.
The girthiest.
Now,
No, I said the biggest.
I'm going to where we keep the guests. I like to refer that as the pest house because normally our guests are pests. You come into the guest house and oh, this is the gym. Look at this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
That was probably the first and last time he used that elliptical.
Look at that, baby.
That's yoga right there.
Stop! Help me get my foot up here. I've only been to the gym and the sauna once.
Called it.
With a balcony, look at that, baby. It has all these balconies, and nobody ever goes on them. They're just for looks, I guess, because it's not like the old days. People go out in their balconies, or, I don't know, people don't go on their balconies that much.
No, Ben. Rich ass people like you don't go on their balconies because everything that you could ever imagine for a playground is inside the damn house. A bowling alley, okay? You got a bowling alley, baby. And then when you want to go outside, you get in a lazy river. Come on now, Ben. You're not a normal person. Now, a normal person like myself, and hear me out. A normal person like myself. If I got a balcony, I'm going to go sit on that balcony because it's an extra space, right? It's an extra space where I could just relax because my kids are out of the way. But yeah, a rich ass person like you, Ben, yeah, you're not going on your balcony, bro. Why would you? Makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to go outside, you're going to hop in your Rolls Royce, baby. You probably got 10 of them. I've seen probably four. I've seen 4 different Rolls Royces on your channel. Okay. You have other things to do to occupy yourself in forms of peace within your house. You don't go outside and sip a cocktail on the balcony because you don't have to. I'm done with you, Ben.
Another balcony. This is a guest master suite.
But yes, they also do aesthetically look nice. They help the house, the aesthetic of the curb appeal look more grand. To have those balconies, So that's the guest house. That's where I'm going to be sleeping. I'll go use that for sure.
The only thing I need to buy for this house is about 50 ashtrays from the dollar store. And plant them everywhere. Then this house will be complete. I can wave to everybody. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I didn't even know this room was here. What's in it? Let's see. Trophy, must be that. Ooh, look at this. An extra room I didn't even know about. This is where...
That's where the guy that played baseball, he kept all their stuff.
And put them in these boxes. And we'll start with you, Danny. Your head's going in this box, baby. Anyway, I didn't even know this room existed. I don't have any trophies because I never won anything in my life. I don't know, I guess I could hang my Jimmy Hart pictures in here. I took all the boxes out, put a pool table in there, a hockey table in there, and a foosball in there. This is a big difference to where I grew up. A big difference.
What does it mean for you to buy a house like this?
It means that, I've been working for all my life, and I'm not going to live forever, and I want my family to be taken care of after I'm gone, and I want to leave a legacy, and hopefully if we keep this house, then they'll have many, many years to enjoy it even after I'm gone. In the meantime, we got a nice big house on the beach, And hopefully we'll all live happily ever after. If we can get rid of Danny, that'll be the first step.
How can you not like this guy? Sure, he's an asshole, but
I mean, it's been a
aren't
great
we
house
all?
to live in. We've been here for a couple of years now, and we've had a lot of good times here. We're still living happily ever after. Hit the like button. Go to benmallah.com. Consult with Ben. Get me on the phone. Let's talk about making some money. Don't forget, December the 4th, we got a show. Hit the link, book your room, come hang out with us. Who do you got better to hang out with than me and our gang on December the 4th, Saturday night? Be there. Adios, amigos.
Adios, muchachos. That's the other thing he also says. Ben! I love you, man. I know you're watching this right now because this is like literally the biggest channel on YouTube. This is the biggest platform. There will never be a platform bigger than Celebrity Sunday, and there will never be a real estate mogul bigger than you. Literally. Okay, man. I'm sorry, man. I love you, man. I really. He has lost weight, by the way. Anybody that actually has watched him for some time, he's lost weight. Like, he's looking actually pretty good right now. So I know I'm joking about, you know, his weight or whatever. He's actually lost some weight. So, you know, he's putting years back into his life, so I could, you know, pick his brain, because I mean, this dude is like really smart. Like, I know he comes off like brass, like, you know, and all this other stuff. This dude is really smart. Why? Because, you know, he surrounds himself with people smarter than him, which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to surround yourself with people smarter than you, and inherently you will become smarter. But you always keep those people around that are smarter than you when it comes to specific things, okay? Not saying that everybody's just smarter than you, like you're just a dumb person. No, there's things that you don't know. And when you know the things that you don't know, you need to surround yourself with people that know the things that you don't know. But anyway, that house in particular, huge ass Mediterranean French, you know, blend. I mean, that house is massive. I mean, what else can I say? The house is massive. I love the dark, you know, wood that they use. You know, looks like some sort of either mahogany or oak that's been stained. I mean, the wood tones in that office, that 2-story office / library. That is the library of my dreams. That is the office of my dreams. I would like, give me that office. Whatever I do in life, if I can put an office like that inside of whatever house I end up having, which I'm hoping that eventually one day I'll just build my dream house, right? I already have this particular place where I would like to build my dream house. If I could just build that dream house, no, it's not in California. If I could just build that dream house and have an office that is not necessarily that office, but, you know, just having those undertones where I just feel like, you know, if they're a long day, I'll have my cigar. It'll be like a cigar room. They have like a cigar humidor. I'm over here talking about designing my house. We're supposed to be talking about Ben Mallah's house. Ben! That house is amazing. What can I say? The only couple of things that I really would like judge is, I know he changed out that chopping block counter. I don't like the way that kitchen is situated. I just don't like it, how it's like, you know, like angled off. I would like a more, you know, grand, simple type of kitchen, and that kitchen just doesn't do it for me. The counters on that kitchen, I like the tone of it, but me preferably, I would like a sand tan type of like onyx that will like really pop and blend with that Mediterranean style or French style of the house. But the stone that they use for that kitchen, it was still nice. You know, it's nice, light, earthy tone, which is what that house really needs. You can't really do like a Carrera, like white marble, you know, like a white quartz or anything like that. Like that's not what that house
is designed to be. Like when you step in, and then it's just like this complete modern, not modern, contemporary. These contemporary, actually, I'm over here thinking about my designs, like my design choices with the onyx. Onyx would be considered contemporary, so would, the quartz, but you come in and it's just all these contemporary finishes, and it just doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. You don't put the finishes that you put in a modern house, right? Like a modern house, that's where you go in and you expect all the white and the simplicity and the clean lines and all that other stuff. That's what you expect in a modern house. When you step into that house that Ben has, you need earthy tones, right? Earthy tones. Okay. As far as like that bathroom, the primary bathroom, like I said, it doesn't look like the stone has a lot of character, which I think, you should have like high character. Yeah, it looked like there was some like, sort of gray hues, but the bathroom, the primary bathroom just didn't pop to me. Other than that large tub, that was about it. That was about it. Everything else about that primary bathroom is just whatever. It's that primary bathroom is underwhelming, right? The primary bathroom, that's the bathroom that belongs in like a modern, like a new modern house, right? Not the house that they're in. It just doesn't feel right, and it could just change with just a few updates. So, I don't know if he did any of the updates. It's not a bad bathroom. It's by all means, it's a good bathroom. But if I'm talking about design-wise, for a person of his magnitude, that bathroom, it's underwhelming. It's a great bathroom, but in the mind of someone who has money, let's pretend that we have all the money. I would change that bathroom. I would 100% change that bathroom, without questioning. But yeah, other than that, man, it's an amazing house. The house is huge. Obviously, they can't show in the entire house. The house has like way too many rooms, way too many bathrooms. So they just kind of, that's what you have to do. You have to only show the highlights for the person who would even be able to buy that house, which is why you stick with when, like photos and stuff like that. You always start off with kitchen, primary, room, primary, bathroom. These are the three things that you need to really focus on if you're going to sell your house, right? Is how those three things show, because everything else can be a complete afterthought. How big a secondary room is, a guest room, kids room, how big those rooms are, the least important thing. Like if you can nail the first those three, your house will sell like this for top dollar. Kitchen, primary bathroom. That's where you make your money. That's where you make your money. If you're going to sell your house and you only have like a limited budget, that's where you make your money. Okay? That's where you make your money. If it's between, I'm giving you an honest opinion. If you only have a choice between a primary bathroom and a primary kitchen, and your kitchen is decent, the kitchen is clean, decent, not super outdated, put your money in that primary bathroom. Trust me, the primary bathroom can sell your house over a brand new kitchen. If your primary bathroom is like blah, and then your kitchen's like super nice, nobody's gonna care, because the kitchen, I'm telling you, once you get past the everyday part, it's an afterthought. But if you have a nice primary bathroom where people just, because after you're done working, because the kitchen inherently is more work. After you're done working, if you have a place to relax, a place of oasis, you will take that over the nicest kitchen that you could possibly have. Just being real. But anyway, Ben, nice, huge house. I love you, man. You inspire me, and I gotta go make some money. So I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Peace.